Hey, it's Desiree. I play Marissa. I haven't really gotten a chance to do any, I guess, interviews with myself. I've taped lots of other people, and other people have taped things I've gone on rehearsal. But it is now the end. We have officially finished week 2 of rehearsals for Kingdom. We finished staging everything, like full skeleton of the show. Um, and the week kind of ended a little bittersweet. Um, David Del Rio, who was playing our Juan, you know, he got a really awesome opportunity to go work for Nickelodeon, which we are so incredibly proud of him. Go David, because you rock, you're awesome. It sucks though, because unfortunately that conflicts with Kingdom, and you gotta do what you gotta do in this business, and we totally understand that, and we're very proud of you. Unfortunately though, that does mean that we did lose him. However, um, Christian, who was his understudy and is playing one of the kings, and has luckily, thank God, have done the show twice before with Miguel. Knows that show backwards and forwards, and he's gonna rock it out. If anybody can rock it out, it would definitely be Christian. Um, yeah, this show though, after finishing, I'm glad we finally got to get to the really grit of it. I think I'm finally starting to find specific things. I thought I was gonna have a hard time finding, uh, I guess the the gritty, nasty side of, what the subject matter we're dealing with. With how you know love can really do triumph in a world where hate does try to fester itself. If so long as people are willing to stand up for it, it's totally possible. Um, and with the path that we're going down right now in regards to things we're discovering, each of us, me and all of our players in this company included, you know it's going to be really powerful. Already, just having done the end, the few times we did it today when we staged it, you can feel the energy already. And it's so cool how we get to just play off each other. I've never done a project like this. I don't think there's really any type of show like this out there that so cleverly, and it's just smart, and I feel very privileged to do it. Um, it's but it's also easy to tell why, you know this kind of stuff might scare people in regards to just of how it just gets into the nit and grit of it all. I come from a background of, all the shows that I've done before have, you know typical, I guess you could say typical musicals, whatever, or typical plays. Um, and every project you do, you wind up learning something else about yourself, or finding different things that you can bring to whatever character you play. Uh, Not say that, here I found my inner, you know ghetto Latin queen. Well, then again, I think we've all got a little Latin king or queen inside of somewhere. I don't know. Whatever that means to each individual. Um, but it's brought a lot of challenges. I know at the end of last week, I was feeling just really frustrated because we're in a very difficult time crunch. It's not like we get a full, month and a half, 6 weeks of rehearsal, and then we go do previews and do tech and all that kind of stuff. Not unfortunately, we don't have that luxury. Um, you know, the next week coming up, it's our last week here in New York for rehearsals, and then we are in the space, and then we don't even get regular like Q to Q tech. We're getting okay, and we're running the show. It has to be perfect. Um, it's a little scary. Nah, I won't lie. It's an adventure. It's always something new. But it's good in the sense it keeps you on your feet, keeps you on your toes, and you always have to have your A game. And one thing I know for me personally, I've had to leave myself completely open to the idea that any choice can be made, and you know and if or on the flip side I can make a choice and then see that what, maybe it doesn't work that way and I have to go an alternate route. But that's what's great about what we do as actors. We are constantly able to grow and change in this process. So I'm very much, you know, grateful that it's the weekend now. I've been personally going this week. Um, you know, West Side, and I got to sing for John Tartaglia, which was awesome. And I think, but now that all that stuff is done, put on the back burner now, I can really feel focused, and I feel these next 2 days just use it to just review my stuff, do a little bit of homework, and I'll be really roaring and ready to go come Monday. So that way, this next week, it's gonna be grueling, but if what is it in fame? If you're not sweating, it means you're not working hard enough. And trust me, Miss Tiffany, you got me sweating. So Tiffany's our choreographer, by the way, if you guys haven't checked out the blogs before. So yeah, I'm excited. I feel very lucky, lucky. Who knew that this was, I didn't know it was going to turn out this way. Yeah. Uh, Initially, I was originally supposed to play just the queen, and then circumstances, granted me the opportunity to play Marisa, and um, I so counting my blessings and pinching myself every few minutes, just being like, yeah, I'm really getting to do this, and I'm always grateful, always grateful. So, I think that's all for now. It's getting late. I think it's 11, which is really early for me actually. I haven't been getting to sleep till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then having to get up and do the commuter thing from Jersey. Um, and yeah, I think I'm gonna rest, be good to my body, be good to my voice, um, and then be roaring and ready to go on Monday. So until then, I will see you guys later.